Hello, beautiful, wise people. Welcome to a fresh new episode straight out the box of Writing Feels Like Love, or more affectionately known as the Waffle Podcast, because all we actually do here is just sit together and waffle. A one-man waffle. So welcome to Writing Feels Like Love. I am your host, Sisi Posojola. I'm so grateful that you have decided to lend me your ear and just, chop it up with your girl. You know how this goes. I open a box. We talk about Fumi. We talk about a letter to Fumi. We talk about things, many, many, many things in between because I might have a little bit of ADHD. I'm not sure. Undiagnosed. Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe I just have a lot of thoughts at the same time going about. So, yeah, welcome to the episode. I hope you are relaxed and we can chop it up. We can chop it up in today's episode, y'all. This is going to be a short episode just so I can scratch that itch of wanting to create. And even when I know that I shouldn't be doing it, like now I have work to do, I still want to push through and create. So today's letter, a little bit of paper ASMR. Anyway, let me actually close my eyes and pick one. Today's letter. Okay, what's this? Oh, okay. Another thing that I didn't say, guys. My letters aren't only from me. My letters are also from my sisters. I like in this trinket box or box of trinkets. It's everything I regard as sentimental, to be honest. I even have there's a green string here that my friend once gave me, like maybe like when I was 21 or something, or 22. We were like literal babies, and she said it'll bring luck and prosperity. And ever since then, I've always put it in the box, and it's just one of those things where it means so much, and you want to lock it away so that the meaning remains pure. Okay, cool. So, oh my gosh. Today's letter comes all the way from the 20th of May, 2018. How old was I, 2018? How old was I, 2018? I was probably like, oh my gosh, guys, why is the math not my thing? Why did my brain decide to just take a screenshot and not run right now? 2018, I was 22. I was 22, 20th of May, 2018. Okay, let me read this letter, guys. My future self. I write this to you in disbelief that it's been so long without us interacting. Things have been so trying, cuz. Oh, baby. Oh, already I'm like, oh, is it one of those letters? I've been bumping into like really pleasant letters, so I don't know if this one is going to be a pleasant one or it's going to be a sad one. Things have been trying, cuz, so much so that I had to resort to writing this to you with a closed throat and saline watery eyes. Ish, my love, corporate will swallow you. Guys, I swear, I don't make up the synchronicity thing. I really, 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 really don't make it up. But it's just so crazy how alignment is so bizarre, but it's so comforting and it's so fascinating. Anyway, you remember when I started this thing, I said I had to work, so I had to steal a little moment to create this episode. Well, according to me, at the age of 22, corporate was had me in a chokehold. Okay, so cool. I'll continue reading. Corporate will swallow you, make you feel like a zero when you are none. Meaning you don't compare to any familiar thing, my love. Don't read me wrong. Okay. You need to keep your head up and trust your game. Trust your lane. Trust the timing you're on. And just trust your honor. Days like these will come and you will feel emptier than when you first started in this job. Oh, baby. Don't allow your sunshine to dim or your headlights to blindden. You know why you're here. Sorry, I'm reading slow. I'm reading in the dark and I don't have my glasses on. You know why you're here. What you have set yourself to do. What you have set yourself to do. You know how difficult it was to attain your qualifications and even harder to accept your gift of words. Days like these will come again, but I want you to remember that this time they will not take over. They will not win. And no matter what, you are and you'll always be Sisi Posojola. Baby! Oh, I wonder what little me was going through. I kind of like, I don't have the exact scenario that brought me to write this letter, but I can feel her pain. For me, I can feel how heavy she was, and even in her sadness, I don't know how I'm saying her, like, even in my sadness, I wanted to talk myself through it and say that these things happen. You are on the right path. Continue. Remember who you are. It's so crazy because literally, I have to do work right now. I told myself I'm not gonna take super long. I'm taking long, but it's at my time right now. It's 9:52 in the evening, and I mean this is not like, okay, it is work because it's more proactive work. So funny. I never knew that I would be that girl who would push so hard for proactive, because I was always, I don't know. I don't know. I always so proactive in an advertising context. Let me just take two steps back. Proactive in an advertising context is when you and your creative partner or you and a creative team sit together to find creative solutions to problems. So most of the time, some places want you to think within the brands in the agency. So like think proactively on how you can solve these brands' problems, or think creatively on how you can help elevate these brands. But also in a really nice context as well, you also get the opportunity of like thinking of an issue or thinking of a problem. It doesn't always have to be negative, but it's always more impactful when you're actually making a difference in some way. So yeah, thinking of a problem that is facing the world, seeing what brand, like coming up with a creative idea. It may not be a creative solution because the world is pretty fucked up right now, and so the problems that the world face are way bigger than what advertising can solve in a day. Not to say that it can't solve it at all, or it can't help bring awareness to solve it, but it's not the only medium, but it is a very strong medium. Oh my gosh. When did I become this person? Anyway, so yeah, the world's problems are many, so it's difficult to say you're gonna solve this problem if it's a big issue, but it's always creatively exciting for me, and I mean as a creative in general, to try to think creatively how things can be solved. And it's a fun exercise. It's not an exercise because the purpose of doing it is to win awards, unfortunately. But the purpose of also doing it is to make the work. I mean, that's the part that I am most interested in. Obviously, awards is the KPIs, and you need to win awards because the awards bring what's the word, novelty? I don't know, but it makes the agency cooler. People want to work for it because, oh, it's an award winning blah blah blah. Yeah, drinking the Kool-Aid. Anyway, the purpose that I want to do this work is that I actually get to do the work. And I think having worked here in the UAE, which is extremely tough, by the way, tough mentally, tough energetically, because the pace is extremely fast and the demands are extremely high, that it can tire you out very, very quickly. Like if you normally would get burnt out, I don't know, 8 months into the year, 6 months into the year, then you can feel yourself getting tired. Here, it's kind of like a constant. You might get burnt out in like 4 months because the amount of work that you do within that time it equates to like having worked a year. It's so fascinating. Even the people, like I've only been at this agency for close to 2 years next year, but it feels like I've been there for 5, and I don't really see an end. Like, oh no, I've ran my course. I'm good. I can go to the next place, or I can go home. Whatever. The work is still exciting me, and I'm in a position at work with like the people that I work with to create something. Like they actually care about what they're doing. But I'm in a position where I can actually create something with these hands and this brain, and it having funding, it having support if it's strong enough, it having support, if it having a push for it to be created. It's not one of those things where, you always try. Some projects can take up to 2 years, 3 years to get over the line. But here, I mean, people are very eager to do really interesting stuff. The budget is not bad. And yeah, it's a good place to be in if you're trying to push yourself. And I mean, that has been the theme of my move, to push myself, to know myself, all under the same umbrella. um, and so with corporate, it does get very difficult. And the thing that I actually oh my gosh, this is going to be long. I'm sorry. Creatively, as a writer, as I said in the previous episode, if you haven't watched it, listened to it, I mean, go back and listen to it. It's fun. It's fun. Listen to it while you're in the kitchen. Listen to it while you're washing the dishes. Come on, man. It's easy. Anyway, I said in my previous episode that I've always written as a baby, as a little unconscious baby. I was always attracted to the walls, writing on the walls, drawing on the walls. And so writing for me has always been like an innate thing. Obviously, when you turn it professional, you you welcome a lot of opinions to it, ways of doing it, structures. Sometimes they might feel like limitations because you have to always stick in a specific lane or box. So with that, it might take the joy out of writing. And for a very, very long time, I mean, when I started, this was the push-pull feeling that I had, where I innately know that I love this medium. I love writing, but making it professional has kind of scared me into doing it. I only do it professionally, and that when I do it in a carefree space, in an expressive space, I feel scared to share, because the same judgments that I don't even say judgments, the same feedback that I'd get at work, I'm afraid that people are going to give to me. And with this stuff, with my personal stuff, it's actually stuff that I fucking give a fuck about, because it is deeply tied to my purpose. And so if someone criticizes it harshly and not constructively, I'm scared that that's going to break my spirit. And so I had a really confusing relationship with writing growing up, since it's now my profession. I still have it. Don't think that I've got it figured out. No, I still have a very weird relationship with it. I have this ECD again, for non-advertising people, is executive creative director. So I have an ECD who's the sweetest man on earth. I love him with my entire heart. He works hard first. I mean, it's advertising. Advertising can be. It's very easy to think about advertising in a cynical manner, which is what how I was thinking about it. I mean, to some degree, still do think about it in a very cynical manner, and like, oh, especially when it comes to awards, like, this thing actually didn't happen. You guys just created this thing just to win awards and not to actually make the work or make some form of difference. And so, yeah, it's very easy to get into that space of being very cynical about this career and being cynical about your writing. And he told me, oh my gosh, what was my point? I was making a point about my ECD, who was very encouraging. He said, in the way that I viewed advertising, it's like, it's okay if you don't want to do writing in this form, or at least you don't want to do advertising. You always have the freedom to change your mind. You always have the freedom to change your lane, to do something else, but at least give this a try. give it a try, give it a fighting chance. Look at whatever has won before, get inspired. If you like, at least see it through, and then if it's still not working for you and you're still feeling cynical and you still feel like, oh, this is not the right space for me, then by all means change. You have all the freedom to change, but don't change without giving it a try. And so that is where I'm at with my relationship with writing professionally and writing with love. Is I want to find a middle ground. I don't have it yet, obviously. I write letters to myself as a means of soothing, as a means of nurturing, as a means of comforting. Whereas when I write at work is as a means of for sustenance. It's how I will make money, how I'll get paid, why I'm in this country. It's a relationship I'm hoping to mend with this podcast. I'm hoping to dive through, learn about more, just be more curious about it, why I feel like this. And I think now that I've named it out loud, and I've shared it with my ECD about how I feel about this career and how I feel about my writing. I don't know. I think also writing in an advertising sense can be seen as very two-dimensional. Like, when something feels clever. Like, even when I write sometimes, like, I know, like, oh, this is just, I'm not cracking it, I can feel it. But when I do crack it, it's like, yeah. But it's like it's not like an everyday instant. It's not like an every moment instant. It's like I have to push. Maybe I crack it at the first shot or third shot. Maybe I don't crack it. So there's already like a standard kind of set, or in my head at least, there's a standard set on how writing should sound if you want it to be clever, if you want it to be impactful, whatever. Whereas in my writing, when my satisfaction is very internal, is very much when I am satisfied, not when I have satisfied the criteria. When I feel like I've written everything that I can and I feel like my pen has run dry, that's when I'm like, now it's done. I can go back to it, I can update it, I can change it, obviously, but at least I am the maker of whatever I create, and I judge it. And not to say that I don't share it, because I think another problem with people who might not, who just do their passion, which is a beautiful thing, which I would want to experience. But for people who just work on their passions, like their career is them doing what they've always loved, is if they haven't been in a setting that pushes you, that critiques you, it's going to be very hard to accept criticism, constructive criticism. I'm not saying people must just bash you for no reason. It might be very difficult to accept constructive criticism because you're not used to it. You are your anchor, you are your judger, if that's the thing. You are your red pen giving yourself corrections. But you need to share the work to grow the work. And if there's anything that I'm learning so much about myself within this new context of actually giving advertising a try, a shot, was I have a thought. I can feel like very, very, very passionate about it, which is great. But the minute I share it with my partner, with my writing, with my art partner, with my design partner, with anyone in the team, and they get to reinterpret it in their own perspective, oh, guys, it is the most wonderful feeling. It is the most wonderful feeling. And also, it teaches you to surrender. Because you might have an idea that you think is really strong, but when you share it with other people, they kind of build on it, they kind of change it. And the way that it's changed, you're like, yeah, that is actually way better. It's such a very, like, it's like, oh, this is why we have to share our work. And so this is me sharing my work with you guys, sharing my passions. Although I am the person dictating when I know it's good enough how to share it and whatever, it's good to also get your opinions, get your thoughts. I mean, I've always thrived on people's thoughts on like anything that I create. Because I don't really do the show and tell. I don't shout about my work, which is something that I need to work on. But I don't give many people the opportunity to access my work because I don't shout about it. It makes it hard to get like a wide range of feedback. So the feedback that I get from friends and loved ones is always positive, because, and not to say that I think they're saying those things because they are friends and family. No, I know that they mean well, but it's biased because they love me. Like, it's very hard not to love the person you love does. It's like, oh, everything's like, oh, beautiful. But now that I'm doing this, I'm going to put it out there, even at work. I'm going to put my work out there. I'm going to start wanting to collaborate, share, as daunting as it is. I don't think it ever gets easy. I don't think it ever becomes a norm, this whole situation of creating. You could be a big shot in a creative space, head of what, leading what, 6 zillion awards. But that feeling of creating and that fear of how it's going to be received is never going to change. Oh, it's never going to change. That thing does not get better with time. It kind of stays the same. It's the only thing that can be true for anyone who is going beyond, that wants to try more or wants to push themselves further. You will get shit scared of people's opinions. But alas, in the end, if you can feel in your heart that this is only growing you and not kind of dimming you, then do it. Share, my love. Share, 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 share. So although this letter started on a very somber note on corporate kicking my ass, and now what I am, that was me at 22, I'm now 28. Not bad how I can have this opinion. I never thought. And it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your mind about things you believed in before. It's okay to change your mind about things that you don't want to be part of anymore. It's okay. It's okay. Just share, receive what you feel comfortable in receiving, and khalas, move on. Keep pushing, keep moving. Anyway, I love you so much. That was the end. I know I said I want to make this short. I don't think I've made it short. It's kind of hard to make it short when your brain thinks about 5-6 million things at the same time, and I apologize. I hope half of the conversations that I was saying that I kind of left hanging, you can stitch it together somehow. If you can't, please share. This episode is about sharing. Please share with me in the comments if you have found this on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. Please share with me online. I've got the same handle across the board. I am the same person wherever you meet me. Share. Let me know. It really, really, really helps me. So, thanks, kitties. I'll see you at the next one. I love you.